Welcome to Cross by Cross. Welcome to Cross by Cross. So, I went to watch Superman on Friday last week. I forgot to make a video about it. And I couldn't believe how mad that film was. It was, if you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch it. We'll give it 9, probably 8.5, 9 out of 10. That's how good that film was. The trailers, don't bother watching the trailers. The trailers do not give it justice. I thought it was going to be a gimmicky film, a proper goofy film, and it wasn't. It was actually so good, and I just sat there and I was just mind blown. It was a packed out cinema. It was really good. I've watched all the Smallvilles. If you haven't watched Lois and Superman, go and watch that. I would give that literally probably a 9.5 out of 10. That is the best TV Superman series of this generation. 2025, it's just finished. Go and watch that. But yeah, do you like this? This is my CBC, Cross by Cross. Little badge there. Cross by Cross and the button. The cross is CBC on the back, Cross by Cross. This is my sports t-shirt, but this is on a normal t-shirt, not on a sports t-shirt. Just to see if it actually looks good, and it looks like it's ready for some sort of like football team or some sort of sports anyway. So I'm getting into making loads of sports t-shirts and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm speaking about Superman is that it gives you guys ideas to go out there and get your clothing brand and try and give it to producers, people that make movies, TVs, series, going on to podcasts, YouTubers, people that are influencers that can influence your clothes. If people see it, they'll be like, oh, I like that, where'd you get that from? And it's up to you whether you want to do that or not, but I think that's a good idea, how you can get your clothing brand out there so people can see it. But imagine having your clothing brand at Superman. You know, like some people are just like, the odd person is just wearing your brand and it's on the big screen and everyone's seeing it. Oh my God, it would be so amazing to see that. Might happen one day, but one of you guys, it'll definitely happen to, because you have got the skill to go out and do that. Most people's clothing is out there already. Like, you obviously see Balenciaga. Actually, in Power, I think it is. In Power, they had Balenciaga, Dior, they had Louis Vuitton, they had everything. So it's actually insane to see clothing brands just always featured in like TV series or movies or short films. Short films might be the easiest way that you can get your clothing brand out there, because they don't have massive budgets, but they are looking for people that do makeup, hair, and obviously dressing, like wardrobe dressing clothes. So you can get your clothes like all tailored or fitted for a scene. Say that you had someone that was on the streets or whatever, and you wanted to get some street clothing out there to make them look proper, like, I don't know, they look hard and stuff. Yeah, they look good. They look like they get girls or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you can have like clothing that fit the brand. I mean, Stow Lining is a bit like that. It represents back in the day football hooligan history of it, but it does it really sick. I love the way it looks. It looks very male orientated. But yeah, that's what I think. If you could get your clothing out there and you get it into like the film industry, maybe podcast industry, YouTube industry, little influencer, short film, you'll be laughing. You people will be influenced by seeing your brand everywhere. Yeah, so here's an idea. I think of so many ideas all the time, constantly, just even when I'm sleeping, everything's getting peppered in that mind of mine. But I'm thinking it would be good, yeah, if you're a startup brand, you could probably get your clothes in like someone that is doing like short films, or you know, those really short films that people do, and they got a lower budget. But that's another place where you can get your clothes and get advertisement from. My friend that made films, he's made Centrinians and Centrinians 2, and he worked with what's his name, Simon Pegg and some other people. He made he started off with Taking My Lighters, This is a true story. I used to collect and steal people's lighters, and I must have had over 2,000 lighters. And I just loved lighters. I love Zippo lighters and stuff with engravement on and the way that it was shaped, and especially the Bunsen burner versions. Now, he started making like this little short film, and he had to gather up people and get clothing, whatever he can, and people that done makeup and they were just starting out, all that sort of stuff. He was introduced into EastEnders and The Bill, and he done a couple of episodes of that, and then he ended up going and making a film called Urban Hymns, I think first, or that might have been afterwards. I think it was St. Trinian's first. He worked as a co-writer, and then he worked on Urban Hymns, and that was like a London produced film, short film, well not short film, it was actually feature length film. And it just reminds me of like how humble he was back then. Now he's a multi-millionaire and everything now, and he's living everywhere and living the life. But what he did is he got loads of people that he knew and his friends to come in and act in his film. And then and this was with all my lighters and stuff. And this is how it all started. And while he was doing that, he was pursuing his acting career. And that's how he ended up in EastEnders and The Bill. And then after that, he made a short film with all my lighters, and I never got them back. But it was, I can't even remember what the film was even called, but I had all the lighters. I'll be able to like grab it somewhere. And basically, the lighters were about the film and all that. And then obviously he pursued to go St. Trinian's, Urban Hymns, Sunpeg, whatever, and he started doing all those films, and then he done really well. And it just shows from a small spark, like a lighter, could get you to be a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, which is just insane. But it just shows, I think it's called something in south of France or something like the Canes or something like that. And that's where you can do all like short films, but you can get your clothing out there. That's what I'm trying to say. You can get your clothing out there and featured. If you try TV, movies, and all that sort of stuff, you can get your clothing or actors and actresses to wear your clothing in like feature films, TV, like even on podcasts, everything like that. Just an idea. But anyway, if you like this video, I think you should like it and subscribe. And I'm going to come up with more videos. I'll see you soon.